Hey, hey! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Thursday stream. How are we all doing? Can I have a very quick AV check? Get us going. Can you hear me okay? And see me okay, hopefully? I think I've got everything working, although I've only had about 20 odd minutes to set this up, so we'll see. And Motley just descended from the skies. Okay. AV's 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do. Jules. Hello, Paul and Steve. Hello, Jules. Speaking of Steve.
Hello.
Where have you gone anyway? Oh, you're behind me.
I'm behind you. I'm hiding out of the way.
Fair enough.
I'm keeping out of the way of everyone else.
Right, can you hear Steve okay? Can you hear me okay? The audio level's good.
Oh,
I have turned myself up a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
I can tell. And Mr. Rye says, hello, Paul. I don't think I'll be able to join the session on the farm today, though I really want to because I'm teaching my first ever class. Woo!
Nice.
Hope you're well. Hope you have fun on the map today. Good luck, Mr. Rye.
Oh, yeah.
First lesson hype. Bear of Purple says, I guess the pun is barley there with all these corny jokes. I keep throwing you. Wheat a bit, it'll get worse. But it's bean punny with AV of 10. Oh my god.
I think she went through every single crop.
Yeah.
I like that though.
Happy anniversary.
Nice one, Bear of Purple. Right, yeah. I don't know if my wheel's working. I don't know what we're meant to be doing. That's down to Steve. Because I'm only just...
What?
Yeah. I ain't got a clue. I've literally just...
So in other words, it's my fault if it goes wrong.
Well, I don't know what we're meant to be doing today. Why is Motley floating?
He's got the mod.
Yeah, God mode on.
Yep.
It's like reality suspended because Motley. That certainly beats my pun, Smithy. Oh. Right, peeps. I guess we should go and do some farming. Have fun. Thanks for joining. Send them
So
on
if you
their
want
way.
to jump in a harvester, I'll get in a tractor and come with you with the trailer.
Harvester. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I just need to take a breather for a second. God, the last 30 minutes. James says, hello, Paul and Steve, how are you doing? I went to a Volvo dealer. Told me that, they told me to tell you they want their truck back. What truck?
Volvo truck?
I
I
ain't
ain't got a Volvo truck.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, let me try and find a convoy. Oh, there's one. Turn the volume down a bit. The Reaper of Twitch says, hello, Squirrel, Steve, and everyone else here. Thought I'd better get this out of the way as I'll be in New York City for the next week, but 5 months, wow, here's to 10. Reaper,
Nice.
have fun in New York still. I know I did. Wrong button hype. Okay, good news is it starts. The next question is, does it go forward? Yes, it does. What are we harvesting?
Wheat, I believe.
Okay, so one of the trailers are attached to tractors. I take it they're going to be pulled by the tractor then.
Yeah, there's all the normal tractors we can
yeah,
use. It's just there's two that have got plows on them, and they are to be used.
No, I'm not
for
about
plows
that.
on.
I'm not on about the plows. I'm on about the headers. The header is attached to a
Oh
tractor.
yeah. They're going to be transferred on the tractors to make it easier.
Okay.
So I don't know who's going to bring that, but that's what I was told.
Okay. And what field are we going to?
We're going to go to field 9 first.
Okay, so... anybody's guess as to which way I need to go out?
Just try and get south. Oh, yeah.
What, where you are?
Yeah, you need to go back into the farm to get south.
I was just following you.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we can actually go out that way if you wanted to, but I can see that you've turned around. So
Turn around now. Uh-oh.
It's a mess around here. I know, right?
I'm backing out of there.
Bit of a mess around here.
Scott, my wife doesn't believe you're really 21. Zinam, I'm not. I'm only 18. I'm not 21. Jeez, man. Chop Suey Lewis says, all these puns are raising a wry smile to my face. Oh, I'm loving what you're doing here. We must be running out of these at some point. Martin6024 says, hello. Hey, Paul, I'm back from my 2-week holiday in Dorset. I got back on Sunday. I didn't miss home, but I missed the nut house. It's good to be back. Hope you're well. Thank you, Martin. We're doing fine here, bro.
Right, I'll wait inside here for you.
I can't actually go anywhere. There's a big roadblock. Somebody's left a combine, like, really?
Right outside.
Yeah, they've just... I don't know what's going on. They just teleported a...
Then I'll wait in here for you.
Just moving the combine out of the way. Coming through.
Don't mind me. Coming through.
It's just organised chaos.
It is. Right, follow me.
You enjoyed the intro, Michael Brown. Nice. Ryan, hell up on me again. May we not just have a squirrel thanks emote? I want to be able to say thanks to you and your community members. What would it look like? What would a thanks emote look like, Ryan? Like, how do you visually say thanks to somebody? I don't know.
What about a Doyle? What about Doyle and a squirrel shaking hands? The problem is fitting it into that space.
Well, yeah.
That you've got, you know.
Fitting one animal into that space is small.
Yeah. But kind of like a squirrel and a Doyle shaking hands. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, Michael Brown, I would have thought that the thumbs up was the thanks. I mean, whenever I say things like thanks or something, I always use the thumbs up. It's kind of a generic one, isn't it? It's kind of like a, you know, if you say thanks and then put thumbs up, it's kind of work.
Right, field is on the left-hand side. Left-hand side.
Yeah. Just wondering how I'm going to attach this.
If you want to bring the header into the part where, because you've already got a header on the front.
Oh God.
Yeah, so if you want to put the header into this field where I am, or at least in the entrance.
I bet Mad Mick moves now thinking I'm doing something else. I'll read the sub-messages out in a second, guys, when we get onto the... when I get GPS locked. I still feel very flustered. Don't fall forward. This header's so rubbish on this trailer.
Yep.
Like, you literally can't get that off without there being a tractor to hold it. It's ridiculous.
You need to put the pitos on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the thing off first.
Oh, yeah.
Solus Bellator, Solus funny button and clicked it, plus hashtag for charity. Thank you, Solus. Right, so let me get my GPS mod going here. How far is field 9? So there's field 10 down there, okay. Rotate. A bit more. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to run a perimeter run first, I think.
Okay. Now I'll give you a little tip. We are collecting the straw on this field afterwards, so try and leave it nice and neat. Make it easier for us.
Are you implying somehow that I've been untidy in the past?
Possibly. Doing donuts.
What? The fields we did last week, I did perfectly well.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that, you know, be aware.
Slander.
You know, make it easier on ourselves.
Right. I think I've got all the bit messages. I shall try and catch up on the sub messages now. Can you please move your head to the left? Yes, I can. I forgot to do that. 1 second. There we go. Let's lock that cruise control in. There we go. That's a funny shaped field.
Yeah, it's kind of square, but it's kind of not.
It's a killer. The lag is real, Jim. What, you mean on the farm? Yeah, I can see it myself. Thank you for the host, Majesh. Why don't you just create separate OBS scenes for the games, like head left for Farm Sim, chat right for My Summer Car? Well, I have one for My Summer Car. That's My Summer Car, right there. This is the normal one. The only thing I have to change for Farm Sim is to move my camera over. It's not worth having a completely separate scene for.
It gets complicated the more scenes that you have.
Exactly. Because then when you want to change one thing on your stream, you have to change it in like 2, 3 places, 4 places, depends how many scenes you have.
Indeed.
Oh dear. I need a cup of tea. Honestly, I need a cup of tea. Thank you, Wheatley. No, you can keep it, Julian.
Oh,
yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. Thanks for the offer, though.
Yeah, don't think either of us want that. Are you getting the Platinum DLC for Farm Sim? I don't know. Was it just some new vehicles? I haven't really kept up on it.
Yeah, it's the same as what they kind of released for 15, you know, where they released the Gold Edition.
Yeah.
However, with the Gold Edition on 15, we got a new map as well. With this, it's more just new vehicles and stuff.
So, okay. It's just some vehicles that we could probably get for free with mods.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I would text Mrs. Squirrel and ask for a cup of tea, but I'm kind of in the doghouse. So, I'll probably get a cup of tea thrown over me instead. Perhaps not. New map with Platinum plus new crop and vehicles. Okay.
Also, there is a new map with it. Interesting.
There you go.
So it is just like the Gold DLC that they released for 15.
It's just the annual ka-ching.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that looking at the bank balance thinking, yeah, we need a little bit more money, let's release it. South American map.
Right, let me try and catch up with some of these messages before they get out of hand. Let's scroll back a little bit. South American star map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to have a look at.
Oh, yeah.
Banana Sloth. 10 months, thanks for all the great content, wish you the best. That was yesterday, actually. 20 past 11. DC Break and Railfen and Swede, thank you for the resumes. Are you not going forward?
I think you're stuck on something behind you.
Wow. You mean the power of a combine can't pull me off a few leaves? That's impressive.
Pretty much.
That is impressive. Simpup189 for 10 months. Hooray! 10 months sub to the best streamer on Twitch. Only 14 months to my anniversary. Yay! Well, you've got another one in 2 months, Simpup. You know, don't forget about the 12 month. Master Jeff says 3 month resub. Shock. Also keep on farming nuts for the nuts house, Kaplan. Well, you probably had one wheel off the ground, and you know how open diff and things. Yeah, I know what you're saying, From. Because basically, I'd reversed onto a hitbox on a bush, but I was kind of more referring to the fact that it's ridiculous that I should be stuck on a bush. but I understand it's just a hitball. So yeah. Giddy Raccoon with a sub. That was yesterday, 6:30, Giddy Raccoon. I don't know if you're here, but thank you for subbing. And welcome to the house, DJ G-Man, Borima Build 53, Snoopy Guy, Honey Ron, Nessa the Cat, and Geroid. Thank you for the resumes, guys. We have Trucking Pilot, Chris94, and Kishi with resumes. Cam270 with 3 months. He's playing on the farm. Nice. Chris94 with 31 months. And now I have resubscribed. First time with Twitch Prime. Going to be lurking now. Thank you, Chris. Trucking Pilot, 7 months. Half Figure Pete, 47 months. Then it was only a month left for 4 years of Jubilee. Good content on your stream and YouTube. Thank you, Half Finger Pete, for almost 4 years support. Nice 74 Connor, 17 months hype. Keep up the good work. X3 Dragon, 39 months. I love Scanias with resume. Says keep up the great vids, 5 months. Hellraiser, 24 months. That's a gold cap. Look at my beautiful gold nut 2-year hype. Keep up the good work, Paul. Congrats, Hellraiser. Connor J. Harper, 23 months. Hello, 1 year to a month. Don't you mean 1 month to 2 years? Looking forward to some farming this evening, but got some other stuff to do, so we'll be out this evening, but we'll try and catch as much as possible. Thank you, Connor. Paul Stanley's no, I have not given up on iRacing at all. We always do farming on Thursday. Mini Gig Thumb, hello Paul and Doyle. My first week in year 7 has gone really well. Keep up the great work. Congrats. Hope you enjoy it. I'll leap at 25 with a resume and been lurking for a bit, hard taking care of this 1-month-old baby squirrel. 10 month support. I'll leap, thank you. Gravity 11 months or 1 more month. Gold cap. Mike 6 Rock 17.
Oh, yeah.
Green Grayscale with a 15 and Garoid with 3. Blue Brothers 25 months. Keep up the good work. Chris 94 says not lurking right now. I got out of the Discord server since I have resubscribed. Does it take long to get back in? I've reconnected my Discord used to Twitch, but Squirrel channel doesn't appear. Up to an hour, Chris, is normally... I think it refreshes on the hour usually.
Yeah, roughly around that. Yeah,
about 6 o'clock should be... is roughly when it refreshes. It's like a 60-minute timer, I think. You'll soon get back in, don't worry. WTF Scania, say with a resume. 13 months, lucky 13, have a great stream, Paul. Thank you. Sam Blackshaw, 7 months. Peter Built Amsterdam, 4 months. Love your videos and very much, exceptionally, the SNT. Ceci, 30 months here. PogChamp, all the best, Paul, man. So many resubs. Wow, 2.5 years, Ceci. Unbelievable, dude. John, 25 with a resume. And that brings us up to date. Yay.
GG. I think mine's end of this week sometime.
End of this week?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's on Saturday the week comes out.
Oh, I clicked, I think it was my 21 month, was it?
Yeah.
In yours?
It's almost 24 though. It's like 22 this month. I still can't believe it's been 2 years nearly though.
Because it was like, I seem to remember it was December or something you got parted.
Yeah, 8th of December. Like 2 years ago. It's like, what? Where's the time gone?
Exactly. It just absolutely flies.
Yeah.
Shocking.
It is.
The Reaper of Twitch says, by the way, Squirrel, you've been seeing the news of Hurricane Irma? I have. And the fact that she is the most powerful Atlantic hurricane ever with winds of 185 miles, gust of 220. You sound like a weather report. And she's only gonna get stronger, may even become a super typhoon. She's heading for Miami. Yes, I've been watching it.
Yeah.
The destruction of San Martin Airport.
Yeah, have you seen the video
Oh, it's
of
just,
that? Oh my god.
it is just unbelievable what it's done.
It's just ripped that whole airport apart.
Yeah, they won't be landing there for a while.
jetways. Yeah, the jetways are split in two.
There's one island there that's been 95% flattened. Like,
Wow.
everything on it is gone. Roofs off the houses, trees ripped out.
Yeah.
Sustained 180-mile-an-hour winds. Just unbelievable. And it's like
It is
heading
bad.
north now. And all the people in America are going, uh-oh.
Yeah, run.
Yeah, live in Florida right now. You're being evacuated, I think.
Yeah, if you are in that area, stay safe. Or as Soap would say, stay frosty.
I missed your message, Jules. What have you done now? What? Sorry, Jules. I don't know what that was referring to now. I'm sorry, bro. Mr. Hubbock. Hubbock 1. Thank you for subbing, Hubbock. Welcome to the house. Appreciate the support. Thanks for giving him a nutty welcome, guys. Michael Brown, unfortunately, I'm not set up yet for my flying. I wanted to this week get ready for flying, but this week, you know, every now and again you have a week where everything's all nicely lined up and then all hell breaks loose and somebody throws a grenade in your plans. That's basically what happened with this week. So I'm all over the place right now. So unfortunately I can't.
Is it just me, or are you getting like micro stutters?
Well, let me watch out for it. Yes, there's one.
Yeah. Every so often it just jumps and...
Yeah, it's synchronized
It's
stutter.
alright now.
Jules, you're in trouble with your better half. Ah, yes. Yes, I am, Jules. I am. I'm not going to bore you with the details, Jules. I'll probably have to make my own tea tonight. Young Bunny here, 18 months, Amber Mess with 3, Twin Deer with 20. LCS says, 15 months of nutty goodness. Nice to meet you again at I-61, even if it was a bit early this Saturday morning. Thank you, LCF.
Oh yeah, that's who you bumped into at the airport, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was like, morning, and you're like, morning.
Try and guess 1. Thank you for subbing. Can we give Try and Guess a lovely nutty welcome? Thank you for your support, Try and Guess. Welcome to the community. It sounds serious. Did you forget a birthday? No, birthday's in August.
Anniversary?
No, it was an argument. It was an argument that erupted off the back of my daughter getting a ticket for driving in a bus lane at 2:30 in the morning on Saturday. It was an argument that came off the back of that, basically. So now she's got a £30, well, £60 fine, £30 if she pays it within 14 days. And if she doesn't pay it, it goes up by 50% to 90 quid, and they'll chase after the money.
Looks like she's going to be putting double time in at work then.
Yep.
We've all done it though, we've all had tickets, you know, we've all been there and done something that we shouldn't have.
Why am I in the doghouse, Connor? I'm not even going to go there, mate.
Yeah, that's personal business.
Hey, when you first get a car, this is what happens. You have to learn. You learn how to drive. You pass your test, but that doesn't teach you roadcraft. It doesn't teach you like all the laws. You know, it doesn't teach how to look out for things. You're driving around and suddenly you find yourself, you know, going down the one-way road the wrong way, or going down a bus lane you shouldn't be in. This is all the stuff that you learn on the job.
Yep, I nearly did that at IKEA. Nearly went down a one-way road. I was like,
it happens. It's not the first time. I think everybody's done it.
That's it. Everyone's been there. Everyone's done something stupid, you know.
Well, now, the thing that, in my daughter's defence, Yoshi, right, she wasn't actually technically in the bus lane. Let me be clear. So, traditionally, a bus lane goes down the side of the road, right? And if you go in it, well, tough. At Chelmsford train station, I don't know if you know, but the train station's elevated up, right? And where the track comes in, it's on an arched bridge. It's a lovely arched bridge. One of the arches has a main road on it. A few years ago, they basically stopped traffic going under that bridge, yeah? So they made it a bus lane. They made the section under the bridge a bus lane to get traffic off the main road, basically. She went down that. So she went... You can drive all the way down to the bottom of the road where the bus station is, and then is the bridge arch. And if you go under that archway there, you are technically now in a bus lane. It's buses only. So, you know, it's painted orange and it says buses only on it. But at night, probably, it's hard to see. However, the camera spotted her. So, 2:30 in the morning. There's no buses operating, but boom, you can't use it. It's a bit ridiculous. So
well, it's the road traffic law, I guess.
It's the way it is.
It is.
I would have thought that from, you know, midnight till 6 AM, that section of road should be open for anybody. But hey, what do I know?
It happens.
Done it yourself, Hellraiser. Where is this? Chelmsford. If you look for a place, I think it's called Duke Street. I think that road's Duke Street. It's got all the takeaways on it. There's kebab shops down there, all that kind of thing. And at the bottom is the train station and the arch. If you drop in there with Google Maps, you'll see exactly what I mean. I think it's Duke Street. Yeah, you can contest it, but what is the point? What is the point? There's a photograph of the car using that section of road that is bus only. There's nothing to contest really. I know it's 2:30 in the morning. It's ridiculous. But if it's 24 hours, if it's posted 24 hours, there's nothing you can do.
Just pay the 30 quid and have done with it. That's it.
Yep. Because if you don't, they'll take if you contest it and you lose, you're guaranteed to be paying 90 quid minimum.
Oh yeah.
I would just take that one on the chin, pay 30 quid and, you know, learn from it and move on. Abdullah. Hello, Paul and chat. Missed last week because I was away from vacation with the family. Have a little bit of a catch-up work to do, I guess. Keep up the good work. Glad you had a good one, Abdullah. Welcome back. WTF says, sorry, Paul, can't stay to watch. Got promoted at work. It's to do more work, but my little title and pay remains the same. WTF, wait a sec. So they're giving you more work, the same title, and your pay remains the same. Didn't you just get a pay cut? Or am I missing something? I don't know how that works, WTF. It's an odd promotion, that one. I can't imagine being the manager in that situation and going, hey, you've been promoted, congratulations. And they're like, yay, cool. Yeah, your title's staying the same, right? We're going to pay you the same, but here, have some more work. Woohoo! I don't know how that works, WTF.
Is it going to be more hours, though? So he technically does get more money?
Well, if it's more work, I don't know. Nehemiah, 18 months, my second Twitch baby, thanks for great entertainment. Thanks for 18 months, Nehemiah. Galiva, got married last month, so I missed the chance to share my 24-month anniversary. Thank you for all the great streams and great community. Enjoy the golden nut, Galiva, and I hope the wedding went wonderfully. Congrats. Who else have I missed? A Cashman. A Cashman says, 10 months, hello Paul. Just remember to push this button. I watch your streams on YouTube. Although I'm a lurker, I say hi. You'll see me once a month for my resub. Keep up the great work, Cashman. Lurk away, bro. The more hours you work, the more tax you pay, Martin. Yeah, but you only get taxed on what you earn, you know? So, every pound you earn, you still have to pay tax on, but it's still more money in your pocket, ultimately. Well, 24, 29 months. Already 29 months? Where's time gone? I feel like sub yesterday. Hope you and the family are well. Well, great. Arguing, but great. Robbo, thank you for 21 months. Keep up the good work. Snookerman, thank you for half a year.
Like a local edition of Jeremy Kyle, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. You got scammed at work, doing 2 people's jobs for the price of 1. Problem is someone leaves. Well, the thing is, look at it this way, WTF. It puts you in a stronger position, yeah? So if they basically got rid of a person and kept you, that means you're the better candidate. And if they now lumber in their work onto you, that makes you pretty irreplaceable. Yeah. So you can use that when it comes to your next pay review. Yeah. You can basically sit there and go, you know what? I've been doing all this extra work now. The job of my job and somebody else's job. Think of the money you saved when you got rid of that person. So presumably I'm due another 10% increase, and then you're still saving money. That's what you have to do. Don't ask, you don't get.
That's true.
Right, I'm also on my 1-year nut now. Squirrel hype, love to this community, and not sure if you read my resub message. It wasn't today though. I think I did, Rye. I'm sure I read that one right at the start. Yes, I did. I remember doing it right at the very start, Rye. Because it was about 2 days ago or yesterday.
Yesterday, I think it was.
Notified Gaming Horse Girl, you want to know what's big? Not reading that. I can't wait to eat. Anyway, 16 months already. Thank you, Notified. JBTB Troon, thank you for 33 months. The local bus company has decided to merge a local route with another route to create a cross-country city route, which has been asked added for another year. Bad news, it doesn't start until November. That sucks. What's the average tax? What do you mean, Mad Bin Lorry? I feel like I've missed a conversation. Tax in the UK is split into tax bands. I don't know how much you know about tax. The more you earn, the more tax you pay, but it goes up in steps.
I guess you're doing all this via manual.
Yeah, I guess. I thought we'd just carry on going round. I might start turning on the corners now.
Alright.
You have to go dinner and cinema tonight. Maybe I can catch you end of the stream. Have a good one, Nehemiah. Not complaining yet. Just have to travel more for now until I find a replacement. I'm trained. A nice bonus for December. Yeah, you can take a short-term hit on the workload, but my advice would be to use that in the next review. Mongo Jerry, thank you for the resume. Martin6024. You're not the only one, Paul. I'm in the doghouse as well. I was 30 minutes late picking my missus up from work last night. 30 minutes? Oh, ouch. God, dude. Yeah, I was just finishing off this thing on the game. Oh, by the way, Steve, I still can't get open Truckers MP. I've reinstalled Windows 10. Loving the stream tonight.
Okay.
I guess you're troubleshooting that one later, Steve.
Yeah, well, he was having problems trying to connect on TMP, so we're going to reinstall the game, reinstall Truckers MP, and it just wouldn't work. So honestly, I don't know.
Is it a firewall issue?
I don't know. It just won't launch for some reason. So
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an antivirus. That's probably the next thing to check.
You've just been watching the Mice and Macar vid, Oscar. No problem. Hope you enjoyed it. Have you seen the start of a new profile in Mice and Macar recently, Steve?
I've seen the intro, like when you create a thing. It was the first time I saw it because obviously they've only recently brought it in. And I was like, wait, what's this?
I was laughing
and
so hard.
it was so like weird. I was like, okay.
I was laughing so much. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, like I say, I watched it and I was streaming it at the time, and I'm like, this is just wrong on so many levels.
I know. It is brilliant.
Yeah, it was weird. Well, it gives you a little bit of the backstory, I guess, you know.
Well, it gives you the story that the car that you build, you was born on the back seat.
Yeah, on the back seat of it. Why you would want to do it up, I don't know.
Nostalgia. Enchiladas 41 months. How the flipping heck did that happen? Keep up the great work. Thank you, Enchiladas. Have you received a white envelope with a handwritten address on, Oscar? I've got a feeling that there is a white envelope come through. I think in the kitchen there's a little box and an envelope and something else. So I think it may have. I don't know what's inside, Oscar, until I open it. Exactly, Captain Flint. Oh, train sim sub run out. Rip train sim. Hello, Paul, Steve, chat moderators. Hope you're having a great day. Not bad. Bit stressed.
Yeah, that's not train sim fan though, is it?
Just to let you know, it was... Oh, that's not the train sim fan, are you sure?
No. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the train sim fan 90 something or whatever it is.
No, he renamed himself.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think he called himself the train sim.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sure that's him.
I don't know.
Is that the train sim fan, guys? The train sim? Because I thought he dropped the 1972 off the end. I could be wrong.
I don't know. He's changed his names that many times.
He renamed to the train sim fan underscore. Ah, okay. So now we've got the train sim and the train sim fan underscore. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Well, he is Mr. Stearman, but he also said he couldn't resub. So...
And then you've got ETS sim fan, ATS sim fan, farming sim fan, flight sim fan. Honestly, I've had them all, and I'm like, just too many of them.
Train sim's in Discord. Okay. Yeah, that's not him then. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just a recent subscriber. Got you. You ran from school, Arters. Welcome back, sir. The Train Sim Fans fan. That would be a brilliant name. Wouldn't it? The Train Sim Fans fan would be a great name.
He's probably already out there.
Jacob, I will be doing Flight Sim, but it won't be this week now. It's going to have to be next week. Although today, I went flying. I did two 2-hour lessons today. And the weather held, mostly. Unlike last week. But the weather was getting worse towards the end of the day. A lot of turbulence around. But I did, in total, 9 touch and goes and 2 full stop landings in the circuit. And a few go-rounds. Because, trust me, you get it wrong. If you get that approach wrong, you're going around. It's just not happening.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. But I think if my GoPro worked, I recorded it on my GoPro. So I've got the footage. But I did a few sweet landings, and my approach was getting better and better every time. I was coming in too high initially. But then I learned how to sort of judge it. What is it you've flown? It's a Robin HR200. What's my opinion of circular runways? I don't think they're ever going to happen.
I don't think they're ever going to take off.
No!
Hey! Had to be done.
Michael Brown's called Earl's Cone Airfield, EGSR. It's an old World War II, ex-World War II runway. That used to be 3 runways back in World War II, but now there's only 1, and the rest of it's a golf course. Essex Golf and Country Club.
Yeah, the sport where you normally associate with quiet, and then just as you're taking a swing, you hear that squirrel. Is that again?
There's so many, like, around the airfield, there's so many, like, noise abatement, no-fly zones. People who basically get on the phone if you fly over their house.
Oh, I remember you saying last week.
It's horrendous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like,
you're next to an airport, can you not, like, expect it? If you don't like it, move.
Well, yeah, the runway was there before they were. That's the thing.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly.
That doesn't stop them complaining. Thank you, Hambon. Did you test run Whiteland's mower? Yeah, we used it on the carpet. It did a wonderful job.
Wait. Oh, you opened... What was it? What was it that you...
He sent me a lawnmower.
What?
Yeah. Are you watching the stream?
Give me 2 minutes and I'll
show you the lawnmower. I'll put it on the camera.
I need to have a look at this. See, he was saying that he was sending you something, and I was like, what is it, Whiteland? What is it? And he's like, you'll have to wait and see. But obviously,
He said he's sending a big heavy box because I saw it my lawnmower's going. So, like my petrol lawnmower's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Right, go on. I'm watching.
All right,
He's in chat as well.
there you go.
I'm waiting.
That's the lawnmower.
Is it going to be a toy one?
But listen when you roll it, listen. Listen to this. With realistic mower action.
Oh, Whiteland, that is so good. Why did I not think of that? You know what it needs? It wants them, you know the ones that you used to have when you were a kid who you used to put some liquid in it, and as you pushed it along it used to blow bubbles?
Well, the funny thing is the way he built it up. He kept saying, it's a big box, it's heavy, you'll recognise it.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, well, it's a big box as a ride, but it's not heavy. No, there's no bubble blowing up.
I cannot believe that. Whiteland, that is awesome. I like it. The ultimate troll by Whiteland.
It's the way you get the green bit on it gets chroma keyed out. That's what makes me laugh.
So you've not whizzed it round garden yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Need to cut the grass on Monday. Maybe I'll have a go with it.
Lol.
Jules, I know how they feel about aircraft. I get aircraft buzzing overhead from Swansea Airport and it's really annoying. The thing is, Jules, is we don't fly over them, but we still fly next to them, so it's like they can still hear the planes anyway. It's ridiculous. The big box is still on the way, or the heavy one. Oh, I thought that was it, Wyland. I thought that was the heavy box. I didn't know you was actually still sending the heavy box.
What if he actually sends you a lawnmower?
I know, right?
It's just in Whiteland's nature, though.
I never bothered having low-flying RAF planes. I think the thing is, Impy, is it really depends on whether you have a passion or an affection for aviation. Because there are people who just are not interested in planes whatsoever. And they don't like having planes flying overhead.
Whiteland said he missed the spot. He's saving that bit, Whiteland.
I'm saving it for the mower.
He's going to use it. Yeah, he's going to use his little lawnmower on that bit.
Maybe he'll send you a tree. He'll probably send me a baby baobab tree or something. You live near a freight line, hard to notice the noise. Yeah, this is it. You get used to it. And the thing is, the airfield only flies between 9 and 6 PM anyway. So, really? Like, I can understand, like, there's one of them that has wedding functions and things like that, so I can understand not flying over that. Particularly if there's a wedding on. But it's not just that we have to avoid. It's a whole bunch of houses that always phone in. Like, literally, it's up in the air, the instructor will go, that's the wedding place there, and you need to fly over this white house here, because that guy over there in that house will phone up if you fly over his house. He said he'll literally be on the phone within minutes if you fly over his house.
I'd do it on purpose, me. I really would.
I said, well, what if the guy who lives in this white house here starts phoning up, because then we've got nowhere to go.
I would. I'd just do it on purpose, me, though, just to, you know, say, deal with it.
Oh, it is, Impy. It is old people have nothing better to do. And I'll tell you why we know this. Because there was a day a few weeks ago when we were lining up at the bottom of the runway. And we had to wait for another aircraft that was on final. And while we're sat there, you can see the road that goes round the airfield. And there was 2 cars on it with people inside. Like, with camera, like one had a camera and one had like a notepad. So the instructor said that's the local people there. They're checking on... They'll sit there all day and check how many planes take off and land, how many are in the circuit and doing touch and goes and stuff, because they're only allowed so many a day, and they're basically making sure that the airfield stays within the quota, otherwise they'll complain to the CAA. So me and the instructor just looked at him and started waving at the camera. Said, hey! He said they're just people who have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
They're not plane spotters. No, no, no. They're the local picket fork people, pitchfork people. They'll be like, get off my land. I report you for one too many flights in this week. Honestly.
Yeah, he didn't touch down on the centre line, that's the point.
They're not plane spotters, trust me. Now, if my age 5 months, hello squirrel, I'm a train driver, and they took a whistle board out because of complaints by people living near it, so we all sound up on purpose as we go past. That would be my approach as well.
That would be mine. I would literally do it every single time, just to, you know, pee them off. I'd be like, I don't care. You know, phone or do whatever.
I think the problem is with aircraft, the CAA has like pretty good authority, and they'll just come in and say, stop it or you won't, we'll take your license.
True.
So I don't know what the trains have, but flying has the CAA. Mr. Big, thank you for 26 months, Mr. Big. Crazy Anime Geek, 5 months. Hey, finally 5 months because of you. I love the Fiat White. Oh, the flat white. I'm glad you like the flat white. It's my drink of choice when I go to a coffee shop. Aho, it was the airfield. It's been there since 1938 or something. It's been there a long time. Flying a drone, I've no idea.
Yeah, you're not allowed to fly drones in airspace. Or Class Bravo.
I think you have to take a instructor course now for drones, and you have to have a drone license to fly one.
You can fly it as a hobby, but if you're doing it professionally, you need a license. Yeah. But it still doesn't permit you to fly in Class Bravo airspace. You've got to phone up and get permission.
Flying a drone near an airfield is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, pretty much.
The trouble is, around the airfield is all the homes are like, not like what we would call homes. They're basically like mansions. They're either farms, farmhouses, or homes with like tennis courts in the back and swimming pools.
Nice.
Yeah, the people who live there have got a few quid. So
yeah, wait, swimming pools in the UK? Like, do they not know that it's only sunny for 3 days of the year?
You can use it 5 times a year, can't you? Train sim, I'm training to be a pilot. I'm not an actual pilot at the moment, just training. I am a sim pilot, yes, but I'm training to be a real pilot. I'm not an actual real pilot yet, because I'm not qualified. Although he said to me that I need to do my air law exam pretty quick. He said because you're only a couple of hours away from solo flying.
Nice.
I'm like, so now I've got to study for that exam. And then I've got a few more hours to do. He said we have to go through, there's a few things you have to do in the circuit. We have to practice what happens if your flaps won't retract. So you have to do a circuit with the flaps fully deployed. Like everything, takeoff, climb, landing, with the flaps completely deployed. You have to do what happens if the flaps won't deploy. So you have to do takeoff and landing with no flaps. And then we have to practice what if you get an engine failure on takeoff and that kind of thing. So you have to go through them, and then I can do my solo once I pass my air law.
Nice. Still not too late though to go commercial. Start flying them 737s.
Yeah, right. I think the medical for that is pretty strict.
Yeah. Quite expensive as well.
And you have to get it like every 6 months, you have to have a check and get it renewed every 12 and all this kind of thing. How many hours so far, SRB? I think it's about, I can check my book, but it's probably 12 or something like that. He said you're going through it pretty quickly. He said that most people will be in the circuit for 8 to 9 hours. He said you've only been in it for like 2.5, 3, and you're almost ready to get out of it. So I'm not like, I'm not wasting my time kind of thing. I'm going through it fairly quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Considering how much effort I'm not really putting into it. Like, I should be studying a lot more than I am doing, let me put it that way. but I'm just using sim experience, really, I guess. A lot of people that have to read up on stuff that, you know, us simmers have already learned. That's the thing. They'd have to read it in a book, whereas we've already learned a lot of it. Impy, no doubt about it, mate. There's no doubt about it. To go commercial, need at least 120 grand, Andrew.
At rest.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's a long course.
Have you been watching that on I think I asked you last week, that they're doing on ITV? Not Come Fly With Me, what's it called now?
Yeah, the EasyJet one.
Inside the cockpit or something, yeah.
EasyJet one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Where they're, you know, learning in New Zealand and stuff, it's crazy.
Has there been a third episode yet? Because it's not on YouTube.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Do you know why that is? Why has it suddenly stopped?
I think it's because of... Is it not football or something? I don't know. Something's going on ITV and it's like taking precedent.
Scumbags.
Yeah.
Jules, remember when Heathrow wanted to put a third runway and the locals were up in arms about it and the noise? Yeah, exactly, Jules, and look what happened. We still ended up with a third runway.
What, are they actually building it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's already been approved.
Nice.
Because everybody was up in arms about it, so they looked at all the options. They looked at expanding Gatwick, expanding Stansted, expanding, I think Luton was on there, I can't remember, and expanding Heathrow. And the plans came back and said Heathrow was the best option, so they then put 3 options on the table of how to expand Heathrow, and the one that got voted through was basically another runway, just to kind of, basically where you get off the M25 to go into to Heathrow, just north of that junction they're going to basically break in another junction, flatten 200 homes and build another runway though. Yeah. So there's going to be like compulsory purchase orders going in.
Yeah.
But Heathrow needs another runway, there's no doubt about it. It's like, you know, is it the second busiest airport in the world or something?
Something like that.
Busiest one in Europe. It needs more traffic. SF Giants, like your Learjet video on YouTube. Oh my god, SF Giants. I remember that. Yeah, there was a flap error on that one. What about international night flights? That date to Paris is getting closer. International and night flights. Are you talking about me, Whiteland? Because, you know, I have to pass my PPL, then I have to do a night rating, and then I'd like to do my instrument rating before I'm comfortable flying internationally at night. And I think when you want to fly over to France or something, I think they go with you on the first 1 or 2 to make sure that you're okay with it before they let you rip. You have your HGV test tomorrow, Penfold. Yay! Good luck, dude.
Good luck.
Boss, please, can you finish harvesting field 11 different crop? Okay, Motley.
We already had that in the list, so...
Yeah, I think we had 9 and 11 down, didn't we? What, does he want us to do that before we make all this?
Yeah, yeah, we've got to do this and then 11.
And then come back and back this.
Basically, what Magmic told me to do was to harvest 9, then go and finishing harvesting 11. Then once we've done that, we go back to the farm, get the balers, come on to field 9, bale it all up, then go to field 11, bale all that up as well.
Okay, well he said different crops, so I'm not sure.
Right, okay.
I thought it was higher up than the 7th MP. I thought it was at least in the top 5. It was 6th in 2015, but LAX jumped 2 places. Yeah, but once that third runway's put it back in, it'll jump again. Yurisovic, thank you for 13 months. Battle Cattle 29. Keep up the great work and happy September the 7th. Thank you, Battle Cattle.
It's the busiest airport in the UK, that is for sure.
Oh, it's in Europe, definitely. But, it, you know, it needs... It can take more.
Oh, yeah.
It needs to take more. Thank you for the host, Northern Alex. Good evening, Famsim Fan 2.
Oh, God, they're all coming out of the woodwork now. And I'm full.
Okay. Reaper of Twitch Thursday is always like that. If people get resubs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they often just wait until Thursday to click the button. Sell it all, says Mad Mick.
Yeah. So, barley. To the transport mill.
What's my favourite thing about Chelmsford? That it's only 30 minutes to London on a train. It's still, like, of all the places around London, Chelmsford's one of the only ones that actually still has a fast train service. Like, most of them... I remember when I first moved to Harlow, you used to be able to get a train that only stopped at Tottenham Hale and then London Liverpool Street. But they changed it so it stops at Chelmsford and Broxbourne as well, which makes the whole service slower. But Chelmsford's the only one, still, that you can get on a train at Chelmsford and it will only stop at Stratford. And so you can get there in 30 minutes on a lovely, comfortable train as well, because it's the train that goes to Norwich. So I like the fact that you can get in quite quickly. Am I from Liverpool? No, I'm from St Helens.
Close enough.
It's not a million, it's like 12 miles to Liverpool, I think.
Yeah, it's less than 20 miles.
But then that's like saying you're from Basildon, no one from Chelmsford, because because Basildon's 12 miles away, if that. Do you have the AFE books for your PPL, Matt Smith? I have an Air Law study guide, but he also recommended getting these, like, I think they're called made by Poolies or something, and they have one for each exam, and they've got loads of exam questions in them, so I'm going to get those. Gamble Max, the stuff that it throws on the floor is the chaff, and you collect it and bale it. It's 15 miles from St Helens to Liverpool, as I live in St Helens now. There you go. I know that it's 18 to Southport, so I know that because I used to bike it. Just to get my push bike and cycle to Southport and back. And you used to always get a puncture because the cycle lanes always had smashed glass on them. So you always used to take a puncture kit. I think there's one time I got 3 punctures on the way back.
Wow.
So it was like stop, fix it, go, stop, fix it, go, stop, fix it, go. Like 2 hours, get home.